walking conversation with the ladies. We say it as it is right here on this show. However, this show is proudly brought to you by Crickover Wines and Champagne. It's saying if you want the best premium wines, champagne and whiskey, then look no further than the best in the game. Contact us for bulk and retail purchase. Alternatively, find us on social media at Crickover Wine GH. Crickover, true to its game. And now, APSA says we understand the unique journey of women in business, from juggling multiple responsibilities to navigating financial complexities and societal expectations. Your resilience and vision inspires us. That is why we've created the She Business account, tailored to empower visionary women, leaders like yourself, with collateral-free interest loan, up to 2 million Ghana cedis, insurance coverage, discounted loan interest rates, and capacity building programs. The She Business account is the banking solution for you, and you can simply visit the nearest APSA bank or simply call 030-242-9150 for more information. APSA wants you to know and understand that your story absolutely matters. Well, I am doing this show again with my ladies. It's going to be a very fruitful one, and today it's looking like it's a girl chat.
Yeah,
right? Because it's just the three of us.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
But I mean, with it just being the three of us, we can call it home. Right?
I know, and this is where we get in trouble the most.
Exactly.
When it's just us three and we get
say
very
it all.
comfortable. So please try to give the questions more to Atawa.
No.
Atawa that we haven't seen for 4 weeks.
I know. Now she's a globetrotter. Hey. Bonjour, madame.
On that note, she's our special guest for tonight.
I know. Atawa is our
Thank you
special
very
guest,
much.
actually.
So we start with our special guest for tonight.
Yeah.
Ganyobi Achawa. It's a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what's your expectations for tonight's show?
I'm looking at having a lot of fun. I've missed you guys. Like, I miss my sisters. I miss you so much.
Baby.
I'm looking at just having fun.
Oh, cry. Did you cry us?
I promise. I'm not leaving. I'm here. I'm here forever. I'm here.
Now, Kwale, over to you.
Don't like it.
I'm here to have fun as usual, and just enjoy the show. Yeah.
I'm not away, Shandon.
As usual. I mean, we're here to learn, entertain, and hope that it will be a controversial-free evening.
Is that possible?
Let's pray.
Okay.
Mommy, also down with you.
I've not mentioned that this is where we get in trouble. I'm not here to get in trouble tonight.
Well, the day you don't want trouble, that's the day you get a lot of trouble.
Trouble will not find
In
me.
Jesus' name.
Please, trouble in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Please, I've suffered in the hands of Ghanaians already.
Ah.
I want to rest. I
Those
beg,
people.
make a rest just for tonight. But it's time for us to have our quick over moments. And I think Abena, since you're sitting on the in fact,
I think our guests.
our special guest,
I think our guest for the
That's
day.
me.
No, I mean, you've been away. You're not
me.
Okay, so yeah.
So quick over.
Yeah.
it's with you.
Oh! Welcome back. Mommy,
Why are you having a laugh?
I believe that a simple sorry can go a long way in mending a relationship. Others see it as a sign of weakness or submission. And then there are those who view it as a sign that you're willing to be the bigger person. But what happens when your partner never apologizes? What kind of strain does that put on you or on your connection and your emotional well-being? Tonight, we're unpacking a situation that many people, especially women, find themselves in, dealing with an unapologetic partner. My panel is here and ready to share their honest, insightful, and unfiltered perspective on this complex, dynamic conversation. Ladies, once again, good evening.
Good evening.
And are we ready for the evening?
We are.
I want to start with you, Abena. I want to start by understanding what an apology means to you.
Apology is something that is... It means a lot to everybody. Like sometimes you can be so angry about something or about somebody, and then you have everything you want to say planned, to say to them planned, and then the moment they say I'm sorry and they actually mean it, you realize that you melt. Apology is very necessary. It means a lot to everybody, especially when you want a lasting relationship. Apologies, I think it's one of the basic requirements to me for a relationship. You need to own up to the stuff that you do. So yeah, it means a lot to me.
Ashawa, what does an apology mean to you?
I think an apology is an expression of remorse or regret for your actions, whether you deliberately did it or not. And just like Abena said, apology means a lot. When you offend someone, sometimes you might say or do something to someone, you might not know that caused a lot of harm. So when the person expresses feelings that I don't like the way you said this, I don't like the way you reacted, apologizing tells the person that I'm actually sorry for the actions that I did. But sometimes there are people who apologize but are not remorseful. You can apologize because someone asked you to apologize. But the rationale behind you apologizing is what is going to make me feel like you are sorry or you're not sorry.
I think for me, apology is so diluted to me. I don't really value apology like that, because somebody can apologize to you and repeat the same nonsense within 5 to 2 working days. If I am upset about something and I'm telling you about it, I do not need your apology. I just need you to acknowledge the fact that this is where you're going wrong. Don't apologize to me.
No, but I'm apologizing.
No,
I just want
you see, someone can apologize and not necessarily correct their errors.
Okay, but what about the person that does not apologize and doesn't correct their errors?
It will actually shock you. There are some people that they won't apologize, but they will take steps to work towards to make sure that they actually don't wrong you that same way again. I know a friend, right? This person, it's so easy for them to say sorry. In fact, I have 2 friends. The first one, it's so easy for her to say sorry. The other one, it's so hard for her to say sorry.
So they barely offend you.
The one that it's so easy for her to say sorry, she would offend you every other day because she knows she's very quick to apologize. And you know, as human beings, I feel like when the moment we categorize the term apology shouldn't fix all the errors that the person had done to you. Someone can betray you.
I'm expressing regret for my actions.
Someone can express regret, but it doesn't mean that they truly regret it. Right now, they know that apology is the softest way for you to say, to get back into the person's life again. Let's take something as deep as betrayal. I'm talking about backstabbing betrayal. God forbid. What would you do if your best friend goes to, because your best friend has gone to sleep with your husband and they come to you and they tell you that, I'm sorry. Do you take them back? No.
No, but you see, the best friend that slept with your husband and didn't apologize, that wound would go deeper.
But you see,
if they, like, imagine somebody
there's a
offended you,
possibility
Maame.
of someone apologizing, but it's not remorseful.
But you see, I think we've all been in this situation where you've been with a man and they've done something to you and you think you're so mad, and then next day you wake up and then there is no message, there is no apology.
I'm not the type to apologize.
No, I mean, there is no message, there is no apology. You do know that apology sometimes give you a bit of closure. Like, imagine I've offended you, Maame, and then even though you know you will not accept my apology, when you wake up in the morning and then there is no message from me, 2 days there is no message. Now you're the one on your phone.
Let me tell you, you know what, girl talk. Let me tell you guys the situation. There was once a guy who was my male friend, right? And he did something to me that really, really hurt me. And I was like, what the hell? You know? And when he spoke to me, he was like, I acknowledge the fact that I did X, Y, Z to you and it hurt you, right? The person didn't say sorry. But guess what? Within the course of the months heading towards the year, I realized that he became very aware and very intentional about ensuring that he didn't find himself in that particular situation.
But acknowledging is...
Hold on.
Okay.
Years down the line, I had a conversation with him about the whole situation and asked him, I was very hurt by the fact that you didn't apologize. He was like, look, if I'd apologized within that situation, I was only going to apologize because you were hurt and not necessarily because I regretted what I had done to you. Do you get it? However, after having a reflective moment, he realized that the apology wasn't much of the problem. The issue was to rectify that issue, to make sure that he doesn't step on my foot. Someone can say sorry to you right now.
Mommy.
No,
Mommy, what I'm saying is the fact that he acknowledged that what he did was wrong is a form of an apology.
No.
Yes.
An apology is saying, I'm very sorry.
No,
for
you can
XYZ.
actually apologize
No.
by not saying sorry.
Someone can acknowledge that.
By acknowledging that this is what I did to you and I didn't mean to hurt you is an apology.
But you know, someone can also acknowledge your stupidity. It doesn't necessarily mean that acknowledging is notifying yourself.
But
that
what I
this is
want
I've done
to
wrong.
state is that the fact that he told you that what he did was not appropriate. He has apologized to you.
No.
Possibly he might not have used the term I'm sorry or I
sorry.
apologize, but acknowledging and expressing.
Acknowledging and apologizing is two different things.
And acknowledgement is a type of
something-
an apology.
No. Apologizing means that you are sorry for whatever
You can apologize but not be
Someone
sorry.
can acknowledge your stupidity and I acknowledge something that's happened. Acknowledging means I have seen it from your perspective and I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Where you are coming from, not where I'm coming from. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But I'm also saying
It's
that I
very
can
relative.
apologize to you, but not be sorry for what I did. I can apologize to you because Maame.
That's why I'm saying
Abena
that
has
the
told
term
me-
apology is very diluted.
I
Exactly.
to an extent.
It's very diluted.
Yeah.
It is very diluted.
You see, when you are apologizing to me, you don't mean that. The apology is not for you, it's for me. Whether you feel whatever.
Okay, so in this context, do you actually believe that the person apologizing to you, they're actually sorry for what they did to you and not because they are sorry for hurting you? So they're not sorry for the situation. They're sorry that whatever I did made you feel that way. Do
So
you get
see,
it?
either ways, they are sorry for what they did. Mommy, let's just say they meant it, they didn't mean it. That one is the next step. That one is the next step of wherever we're going. You apologize to me. Would you change? Would you repeat it again? That is like point number 2. But the point number 1 is you offended me. And you must apologize.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you, like, if you change your attitude or if you don't do it again but you never apologize to me, Mommy, I can't let it go.
Okay.
You need to admit that
you need to
I
verbally
messed
state
up.
that I
What-
messed up and
'cause,
forgive me.
You know, there is this thing with grown adults. Nobody wants to be in that position where they're in the sorry position, where they're... It is I don't know for your friends, but I see it as a big deal. If I have to apologize to you every time, it is a big deal for me. It's like I am always saying sorry. So if you don't like to go through, if you don't like to feel that way, if you don't like to put
Change.
yourself, you will change.
Okay.
But as for my sorry, dear,
You
I
have to
mean,
come.
you
Another
must
thing
give
is,
it to
I
me.
think that when you're apologizing to someone, your demeanor, your tonation also plays a
Shows,
very major
yeah.
role.
They play. Let's move on to the next
No,
question.
you
I
know,
beg.
if you're apologizing to someone, I said, Abena, I'm sorry for what I did yesterday. But I come to you like, Abena, yesterday I said something to you. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I haven't slept. I've been thinking about it
Yeah.
all night. It will move you, Mommy.
Mommy, if I offend you, and I come to him, it's like, Mommy, I'm sorry for what I did yesterday. And I go.
Achanwa, if you apologize to me, and then the following 2 days, you do the same thing, and you apologize to me again, and you know...
But you see, now, Mommy, that is that is pathological. That's
But
why...
this is the reality out there. It might not be the same time gap or time frame.
Yeah.
But a lot of people offend you because they know once they offend you, there is this small hole that they can creep back and come and give you their
but you see,
flimsy
Mommy,
apology.
Yeah.
once
And
you're-
then you have to take
But,
it
Mommy,
in.
once
Because
you're-
the moment someone apologizes to you, you have no choice but to say, oh, he apologized
Oh,
to
no,
me.
you
Mommy,
do have a
what
choice,
Mommy, what you're
Mommy.
saying that you
I can
value
take
change
apology.
of attitude
I value
over
change of
apology.
attitude.
So if I offend you...
Kasa enye mframa.
No, but we say, Mommy, okay, say somebody would offend you once you are mingling with people. They say nipa ne fum nipa.
Yeah.
Only nipa sign kwa dem, Mommy, they would offend you.
Offend me
We
to the extent of apologizing to me every other day. for
What
the same
kind of
thing.
people are you hanging with if they apologize every other day? Why are we always apologizing to every other day? Why am I always betraying you every other day? It means I shouldn't be in your life in the first place. Why am I offending you every other day, Mommy? Why? Let's
move on, please.
Even though
we'll come back. So between a man and a woman, who do you think is more unapologetic in a relationship?
I think a man.
It's an individual thing.
I think I would go for a man. I would say a man.
I think it is just a people thing. Some women don't like apologizing. Some men don't like apologizing. It is whoever you're dealing with. That is. I don't think there is any men don't do this. No, it's just a personality or personal thing.
I would say a man, because, men have a bit of ego, and sometimes apologizing is more or less like a feminine thing. That's why I use the word more or less.
How is an apology a feminine thing, guy?
That's why I said more or less.
No, but I want to understand what is feminine about apology.
I'm not saying that it's a woman's way to apologize, but a man who has ego will barely apologize. A man has offended you and you've expressed that this thing is not appropriate. He would change. But a woman will come to you and let you know how he feels. Women are very emotional and men are very logic. So when I say to an extent, apology is a more feminine thing, I see more women apologizing than men do, in my point of view. That's what I think.
Do we blame society for normalizing the fact that women have to consistently be the ones to apologize first in relationships?
Who made people? I don't understand what people are saying. Which society made women apologize? What?
Okay, let's take something in context. Even when it comes to marriage, our parents or even the older generation always makes it known to us that when your husband is sad about something, and now when you offend your husband, even if he's even in the wrong, be the one to
just for the sake of peace.
Be the one to put things to rest. Be the ones to fix things. Be the one to apologize first. You haven't heard anything of that sort before?
No. What I heard is when a man is angry, you just don't add up to it. Like, you can tell that your husband is angry. You just don't go and do, I told you I didn't listen to me. You don't do that. But I never heard that when a man is wrong, I have to go and apologize for the sake of peace. What kind of nonsense is that one? Oh, then today they got up for who beat me. No, that's when we went to school. Etiquette for boys and girls. They said women. No, so my husband has gone to cheat. I should apologize.
I think it all falls underneath the submissiveness. That's as a woman, you should be submissive to your husband enough.
You should be the peacemaker.
Even in a situation where
your husband went to cheat, they're like, it's my fault. I didn't cook your meals on time. I didn't give you the punani enough, my love. Forgive thee,
President General
among the nations.
Hey, Ashama, what do you think?
Oh, just like you said, society has made it in a way that a woman is supposed to be the peacemaker. So at every problem, the woman has to be the one to calm the nerves down and make sure everything is in order. But not necessarily when your husband cheats on you, you have to apologize to him for cheating on you. No. But let's say there's a problem at home. As a woman, you have to ensure that there's peace. They said a man creates a home, but a woman maintains the home. And as a home maintainer, you need to ensure that there's peace at home. So, yes, I think women apologize more than men do, just for the sake of peace.
Abena, we all agree.
The media.
Hey, you're not a peacemaker.
No, you will be accountable, Maame.
So if your partner offends you, and it's not something very huge, it's not something very, the gravity is not too huge, and it doesn't affect you so much.
And you will not apologize. I'll do something to you so you see.
Tit for tat. Okay.
No, yes, I'll let's just say you.
No, but that doesn't bring peace.
No, have they written peacemaker on my forehead? Let's say, Maame, I'm drinking this champagne. You came to pass by. You hit it, and then you're like, oh, you ignored it. Oh, next time you're drinking your wine, I'll pour it.
No,
then I would see. No, you see, then I would see how you would react. I would see what you would require of me and this situation. If you dare, I'll pour your glass, and then I need to kneel down and go and call chief of elders, and then chief of staff, and people come and beg you. But you can do something to me and trivialize it. Oh, Maame.
Abena, so you pouring his drink, what would it do for you?
I will not do it deliberately like shake you.
But there is
a way to do.
You did it with the intention of it pouring.
No, you see, yes, you poured my drink.
So what would you gain from doing that?
Let's just say, Maame, you did something to me. Let's say you and I, on a personal level, you did something to me, Maame. I told you that this thing hurt me. And then you trivialize the way I'm feeling. Oh, I'll do it to you
That's
too.
Being revengeful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's being so
I am not denying it.
Okay.
Yeah. Venture.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to make the Lord's work easier.
Take
some.
over.
Don't let God be the one. Do some. I will do some to you.
Okay.
If you don't think hurting me would, we'll all be hurt. Yes.
Okay. I think that, sometimes for the sake of peace, you don't always have to retaliate. Because sometimes you will do more than what the person did and you will be at fault.
Abena, we all agree apologies come in when feelings are hurt, right? Okay. But why has society made this conversation all about ego, especially when a man decides to be unapologetic?
Because
Do you think it's a lame defensive mechanism?
Because it's the men that make the rules. These men made the rules to suit them. Then women were not allowed to make the rules, were not allowed to sit at the table. So it's like they made the rules to suit them and their egos, and then we're living with it. That is why I will not live with it, Maame. Every human being with a conscience knows what is wrong and what is right. Forget ego. So you want to tell me that the other men that apologize for flowers and balloons and all that, they are not men? They don't have ego? They were created without ego? It is, I don't know what society you people are talking about, but I feel like accountability is a sign of a matured human being. Being accountable is one sign of being a matured person. So if you're telling me that because of a man's ego he can apologize, then it means that y'all ain't matured. Because if you're matured, you will know that, oh, what I did was not cool. Or my spouse or my partner said what I did was not cool. So let me apologize. What will that bring down your manhood? Apologizing for what you did wrong, will it bring down? It's a lame excuse made by those misogynistic men.
Boy, okay, so
I think that an apology is an expression. If I offend you, I should be able to apologize to you. If you offend me, you should be able to apologize to me. It's not supposed to be gender bias or anything like that.
Thank you.
So people need to be accountable for what they did. If you offend me, you should tell me that I offended you. And apology is not just supposed to be an expression of feeling. It needs to come with action. For instance, you took something that does not belong to me. I am very particular about you eating my food. Like, if you eat my food without my permission, I can have a big problem with you.
But you have eaten my food.
But I just ate it today. You have to tell me when I ate your food today.
Not today.
But I asked you before I ate your food.
Okay, anyway, go on.
boy, between the two of them, let's move on.
What I'm saying is that if you eat my food without telling me, and I tell you that I don't like it, because when I'm coming home, I know what I have in my fridge, so I have plans for it.
You're doing it.
I just need
No
one that can relate.
I'm coming home, I know I have this chicken wings with fried rice, and I come, you've eaten it.
And imagine it's late at night.
And you can't get food anywhere.
And you did it for the first time, and I tell you that I don't like it. If you want to eat my food, call me so that when I'm coming, I could get something, and you do that again. Then I know that you deliberately did that to me. And I have mastered the act of telling people about how I feel about them immediately. And if you don't put in mechanisms, then I set boundaries. Maybe I let you know that you don't touch anything that belongs to me without my permission. So yes, apology has to be either ways. And another thing is that how you apologize is very important. Some people want to just apologize by word of mouth. Others will want flowers. Others will want cake. Others will want whatever. So I think you should know the type of partner you have and how you have to apologize.
They can offend me so many times if you give me money afterwards.
That means you don't mind.
Oh, you see, it is an offense, but you see, whatever you are giving me is bigger than.
So you value what the person is giving you than how you feel about what the person is.
Dayobi, yesterday you spoke to me anyhow. I didn't like it. Today I woke up, give me 5,000.
Tomorrow speak to me anyhow.
If you speak to me anyhow,
so does that mean that your self-respect
can be bought?
Can be bought.
Everything has a price, man. Everything in this life has a price. Let's not pretend. Some girls will say that I don't. No, some girls will say, as for me, I'll never do that. Put some huge money on the table. Everybody will move their pants. Look.
Not everyone. No, darling.
Too low.
Not everyone.
Be doing too low.
No, I think you should speak for yourself when it comes to that.
Dayobi.
Yes. I think you should speak for yourself when it comes to that.
No, Dayobi, don't do
Abena,
too low.
No.
You see, when I say everything, even the president, everybody has a price.
Not everyone has. There are people who will never compromise
on certain things. Yeah.
Everybody,
you know, there's a Washington.
Unless you've killed my mother, or you've killed my there's certain things that are extreme that then I wouldn't have a pride. But every human being on this earth,
there are certain things that are non-negotiable. There are people. You know about this this lady called Wiz the Liz. the husband cheated on her while she was 4 months pregnant. And she has always said that when my husband or my partner cheats on me, I would leave. Despite the fact that she's 4 months pregnant, she's left the guy. There are things that it's a non-negotiable for some people.
No, you see, I said everything has a price. That one was a deal breaker. Deal breaker is different. If you cheat on me too and I'm pregnant, I'll still leave you. What has it got to do with anything?
But there are people who stay.
You see, once money makes the world go round, once money is what we need to survive in this country, once money, Maame,
money is not everything.
Okay.
Hey, you can't tell me, wait, you gotta be, you. No, if somebody will say money is not everything, it should be me in this room. It shouldn't be you.
Hey, why? I can't say something.
Can you say something? You too, I can't say something. You don't show your stomach and let's see right now.
Don't
show
your
stomach. Say fear, show your stomach.
Oh. No, don't let this lady trigger you.
No, jeopardize your relationship for me.
Trigger you. No. Mommy, don't let her trigger you. No.
I'm not saying sorry.
Sorry, ma.
Better.
Do you want bouquet or what?
All of it. But would you agree that some men do not like apologizing to women because apparently it gets into the woman's head and they start misbehaving? You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm like that, right?
If a man apologizes.
If my man apologizes to me,
you're going to use it against him in the court of law.
I will egg it on. I will stretch it. Eh?
Because
no. So he's seen that. So right now he doesn't apologize in an obvious way. He'll just let you know that, I'm sorry, but he wouldn't really be vocal because the moment you say, you know what, I'm sorry, hey, that's faulted.
How? So he will not say it, but what will you do? What are some of the things he will do? If he's not saying sorry.
I'll shout.
That means she has a price. You see everything has a price. You see what I was talking about? Mommy, what does he do then? What does he do? What does he do?
Share it on a
no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying. Tell us word for word, but
maybe. So the question that I asked
that the men who don't want to apologize.
Yes, because it gets into the woman's head.
It's a very stupid thing to say. It's a very stupid thing to think.
Am I stupid?
Not you. I mean the man.
Okay, yeah.
For saying that, it will get into my head. It should get into my head. You see, you should be, Mommy. It's not like you saying sorry is something that is like, I am just requiring that of you. You have offended somebody.
So why is it that when I apologize to you, it gets into your head? You are expressing regret for your action. Why?
No, you are expressing regret for my action. As to what you will do to my head is none of your business. You have offended me.
Yeah.
How I would react to your sorry, that one has got nothing to do with you. Yours is to apologize to me. Make sure that if you value our relationship, we're able to get past what you did.
But in a case where I'm always apologizing, you're still dragging issues.
Stop offending me then. You don't tell me how many days it takes me to get over what I'm feeling. Okay. Mommy, if I insult you or if I do something to you, I cannot tell you how long it should take for you to not be offended. Everybody has how they process things. So if you offended me and it will take me 1 week to heal, what has that got to do with you?
That's true.
If you truly are sorry, then you're going to make sure that I was with you 1 week, so that next time be offending me.
You think about it, yeah.
Mommy, you already bear 4 business working days, and some of the weekend crack and 1 month. It's I don't want to offend her, cause she take me through the whole school.
Yeah.
So, however, I will take your apology. You are supposed to make my head swell. What if you don't hate me? What is your problem with meeting me? Also, fast one is and it's over meeting me. I don't know.
I feel that if your partner apologizes to you and you're trying to stretch issues, what it does is that next time they won't apologize to you. They'll just do something little. And just like Maame is saying that she has a way of, dragging issues and now the guy just does something small. Then just again, we all are different people and we have different orientation when it comes to things. I feel that when someone apologizes to you and you see that this person is really sorry for their actions, especially when it comes to their first time, you don't have to really escalate. That's why I said, when I'm talking, I said I. So that means it's personal.
You don't have to really escalate.
Yes, because
escalating you.
That's why I said, I offended you for the first time. I said something you didn't like. And I come to you and I said, Abena, yesterday I realized that eating your food made you feel so sad. I'm really sorry for eating your food. And I'm calling you, you're not responding. I'm trying to even crack jokes, you're not laughing.
Next time you eat my food.
Next time, I'm not going to eat your food, but I don't care. If you don't
next time you will not eat my Maame.
But if you drag it too much,
you're dealing
I'm going
with
to have
Achawa
issues.
and I. We both have food in the fridge. The first day you ate Achawa and I's food and you apologized to Achawa. The moment she said it, Achawa was like, oh, if you're so sorry, if you say you're sorry, I take it. And you come to me and and you come to me and I insult you, you come to me and I'm like, hey, I don't like that. Next time you see my food, what will you do? Because
you don't know some people.
Because you
don't know
I
some
won't lie
people.
to you, like you're saying, you don't know some.
You don't know
in my
some
house,
people.
I'm that person that I would eat.
They would eat
Everyone's food that they leave in the fridge.
because it's your family. The relation, if you will not eat my food, if your sister comes and she's insulting you for eating her food, you don't care, it's your sister.
Yeah.
But if you eat my food and then I come and I talk to you anyhow, you will be offended.
Sure.
My husband did this thing. My best friend came to the house and then we're all watching television. My husband hates it when you were watching a movie and somebody's on their phone, because then he doesn't want you to ask him, you drew him. And one time we're all watching the movie and then my friend and I were just on our phone. You know what he did? He just turned off the internet, took his phone, and then left the house. We're all there. My friend was like, I didn't know any room TV. The next time when he wanted to show a movie, everybody was like this. Because Unim say, or Doom TV, that would it be like? I've realized that when you show people how you want them to treat you, and when you do that, they will not cross the line. The moment you decide that, and when you let people see that I let things slide, they would all. I have met toxic. I can't be toxic. All I am saying is that when you show people,
did you say I can be toxic?
I can be very toxic. I have that capacity. I can be a very toxic. I can be a very toxic. I'm just saying that when you show people how you want them to treat you, that is how they will treat you.
Yeah.
If you let everybody know that's for you, you can't sorry kakri bia obeje mo. Obo no nim so oye wade o se mame de be ko fie na be ko patch away 2 minutes ko de be che me. Onim se mame. Semi ko eji se me ko fa a bit a friend is a sound system me ko jani get anywhere. When I see your face, now so to na be kuta flower. You think he wants to go through all that every day?
But what if the person can afford all that?
It's not about the afford. You think he wants to be going through that every day? He wouldn't want to go through that every day. Okay, buying flowers and just saying sorry, which one is stressful?
There are
Buying
people who would
chocolates.
never want to say sorry, so they'll buy flowers.
There are people who never want to say sorry. So, no, I mean,
Because buying flowers is nothing.
No, I'm comparing it to you are saying that somebody will just say sorry for once and then you forgive them.
Yeah.
If I have to say sorry to you and that's it. And with Maame, I have to buy her flowers, buy her chocolate, take her out. Who will I be offending more? If I just have to say sorry to you and you let go, you have to buy you flowers, buy you chocolate, take you out to the dinner
apology
date.
comes with a price.
All of that. Who will you be offending them more? You will be offending Gayobi because Gayobi will just take
It doesn't cost a thing.
It doesn't cost a thing.
I get you, but it doesn't always apply that way.
Yeah.
It depends on who you value. There are people you value and you respect their relationship. So when you offend them and they tell you that I don't like this, you stop. But other people, you don't regard their relationship. You don't regard their friendship. So even when they offend you and they say something, you know that, even if I lose this person, I don't care.
I had a friend whose man was cheating. And then he was cheating on her with another girl. And this girl required everything. And my friend was prettier. You would have to open the door. You'd have to take me to dinner. And her man was not doing that for her. And the day she found out about the things she used to do, she was crying. He was like, hey, what you wear, my girl? What you wear, mommy? And it's not like he loved the girl more than my friend. He loved my friend actually more than the girl. The thing is, that girl brought what she wants to the
standing
table.
on business.
This is what I require. If you want to take me out, you have to open the door. Initially, because I get your channel, but only himself, only get on the you have to be willing to do that, or you're not getting access to that girl.
Yeah. So
you cannot tell me that me offending you and saying sorry once is let them. When somebody offends you, sometimes people need to remember that, hey, if I go this way with Achawa, I am dead. The consequences are too dire. So then they will not do it.
Okay.
Don't be.
So what happens if a woman becomes the one constantly apologizing for things in the relationship? Does it gradually become generic just for peace? Or it's a reign that they are actually genuinely sorry? And is this even a healthy behavior in relationship?
I think a woman who always apologizes in a relationship is a desperate person. Even if you're not the one who offended you or you're talking about it, it becomes too desperate. And desperation is something that people can sense. Like if you're a desperate person, people can sense that you're a desperate person. And I like the fact that you said something that when you stand on business, people actually act right around you. So there's no reason why you need to apologize to your partner if your partner offended you. You need to allow people to take up responsibility. And whatever you entertain, it becomes what it becomes. If your partner is okay that even if I offend her, she'll be the one to apologize. He will offend you and you will still want you to apologize to them. And people have the act of gaslighting you. They will do something to you and make you feel like you're the problem, and you actually think you're the problem, and you're going to apologize. So if someone offends you, you need to allow the person take up responsibility. One, look at the way they act after they apologize, because there are people who apologize to you, they're not going to change anything. And there are people who would apologize to you and you see that indeed they're putting in efforts to change. So yeah, that's what I think.
Abena.
I think when you're with somebody for a long time, like, let's just say you and I are doing this forever thing. Gone were the days, now divorce is on the table. Then it was not so much on the table. So now our mothers or our grandmothers are thinking, I'm doing forever with this person. I have 4 kids with this person. It's not like I don't have anywhere to go. I don't want to raise my kids in a broken home. This man, I've realized, is never going to change. I don't want to hear the glass boost. So something happens, I'm sorry. I don't think it's desperation. I will not do it for the sake of the peace. Me, I will not do it. But I get why some women will do it. Especially the one who knows that I am not going anywhere. If I am not going anywhere, what is the essence of fighting with you and stretching it? If it's in a relationship, I know that, a plan I mean, we can end it anytime. But this is marriage with kids.
So every time your husband offends you, even if your husband cheats on you, you are still apologizing?
No, I am not talking about... That's why I said...
I'm saying that in the case of whoever you're talking about.
Oh, no, you see, when your husband cheats, that is extreme. But I mean, there are some women that there's something little, and then... I know people that they've done it so much that when they are with you and something happens, oh sorry. Like, it's like they've done it...
So that means they don't actually mean what they say.
No, they don't have to... That's what I'm saying, that they are not saying it because they mean it. It's for the sake of...
So what is the essence of apologizing to someone if you don't mean what you say?
So you, the man, at some point, you're going to realize that my wife is just fanfooling me. Do you think the men don't know? They know that this woman... There are men that will tell you that, Mary, if you are sorry, they know. At some point, you, the man, you realize that this woman is just doing this so that she doesn't hear my... noise in it. Yeah. So at time when you cry, you realize that this sorry, now you'll be offended by the sorry. Now you do something your wife is saying, so like, hey, sorry, never know, because you know that she's probably being sarcastic or she just wants the peace.
But at which level would a woman get to just say sorry for everything she
a woman who has made up her mind that she's not going anywhere?
I don't think it's that. Okay, let me take... I kind of felt a little attacked hearing you guys say this.
Let me quick over myself.
I'm one person, I don't like stress. I don't like... back and forth. I don't like confrontations and stuff like that. Do you get it? So I do that a lot. But mine isn't because I'm trying to fanfool him. It's just that I'm like, okay, you're upset. Let me just say sorry.
And
like,
also,
I don't want to go back and forth.
You're not leaving. It is in there. Mommy, because if you don't... Mommy, no, it's not desperation. It's because you know that...
I'm asking you, Mommy, and there's no desperation.
No, I don't think it's desperation.
Am I man?
No, I don't think it's... I think it is... Every man will offend you. Every man has their butts. Every man has what their whatever. This person, I've realized that like, I've accepted your butts, your what's. I've accepted everything. I'm not going anywhere. We are doing this thing. If I offend you, if you offend me, let me just say sorry so that we move on. It is because, but if you didn't want this money, you wanted to leave him. Oh, yeah. One day, Bas goes, you will just take your car key. Yeah. You will leave and you will not call again.
Yeah.
You don't. But it's because you know that you are going to stay. So you're like, look, let me just.
So at which point would you break and say that, okay, I'm apologizing too much for what I'm not doing?
No, when we say that, it doesn't mean that you apologize over everything that is not necessary. I'm just saying that, there are certain things that is like, certain situations that is like 6 and a 9. There are certain situations that is like we're both seeing things from a different perspective.
So instead of arguing too much,
arguing too much, then there's a difference between he hates you and you have to go and apologize. Yeah. There's a difference between he cheated and that one is not. That one is ridiculous. Yeah. But in the situation where you're supposed to do this, I didn't know I was supposed to do this, then it's like
okay, I'm sorry.
Then then.
Abena, have you ever been in a relationship? Have you ever been in a situation where you were waiting for an apology and it never came?
Oh yes.
What were some of the thoughts that were going through your mind?
The thoughts were, so this is where I'm at now. This is where we're at now. Is this the level of this is where the relationship has gotten to? This person is never going to apologize to me. We have reached the point where he's going to do things and think he's going to get away with it. So what do? I will do you some back. I will do you. I'll do you. Yeah, I'll do you.
Okay, so for me, I can say that for all the people I have been expecting them to apologize, they've actually apologized. Because you would know that you've offended me. because I'll take my energy back. And if the apology doesn't come, I think there are 3 people I've expected apology from them, and I have received it because I took my energy back.
I usually don't give people that power to offend me that deep to even be able to apologize. Yeah, but
even with friendships, friendship,
there's one person who offended me, and so today, no apology, and I don't think that apology is ever gonna come. You know, and clearly they're living their best life. You know, almost as if to say everything that happened unfazed, whatever. But bear in mind, because of the kind of person I am, I've always tuned in my mind not to expect too much from people. So as much as I thought, okay, maybe the apology would have probably given me the closure that I needed, in hindsight as well, I'm like, do you know what? You're trash anyway. I don't need that apology. Sorry for my language. But yeah, I'm not really like sitting at home waiting for... And I feel like human beings, we watch too much movies as well. Like, we've really programmed our mind that maybe years down the line, the person's going to come back and be like,
life is not a Nigerian movie. I always say, like some uncle will be wicked to you and then he will be sick on his deathbed and you will be rich.
Okay, let's move on. What are some of the dangers of being with an unapologetic partner?
There'll be a whole lot of unresolved matters. You would end up being embittered. You when you're with somebody that is not apologetic, you will become a better person in the end without realizing it, because now you have a lot of bottled up emotions that you keep piling down or you keep pushing down because of something. And then, you know, the funny thing, those people don't get the hard end of it. It's when you come out and you're dealing with people. Now you're the one that you're always mean, you're always like on, I don't know what word to use, but it's like you're always guarded. You become a different person.
For me, I would say, I want to even answer this before I give it to Achawa, but one of the dangers of being with an unapologetic partner is the gaslighting. Because they will never understand why you are offended. And they will get offended because
you are offended.
You are offended by
and they'll make you feel crazy.
Yes. You know, like I say, pick your poison. If you feel like you can deal with it, sure. But for me, here are the dangers. Up to you.
I think you would actually realize, you actually think that it's okay for someone to offend you and not apologize to you.
You will lower your standards.
You think that, okay, someone can insult you and you tell the person how you feel. The person won't do anything about it and you think it's normal.
You have to let it go.
Another thing is that at a point, it will start messing up with your psychic.
You ask yourself,
because this person has cheated. You're asking him why he's texting this girl and he's asking you, why are you going through my phone? You understand?
You've dealt with some before, Achawa. You're talking from experience.
I'm not talking from experience. Hey, don't put any words in my mouth. Who is talking from experience?
How does being with an unapologetic person affect your mental states over time?
Maame, you will go mad, though. You will go mad. Now you'll be asking yourself, am I crazy? Am I the problem? Now do you know what happens? Now you end up explaining your situation to people that shouldn't even know. Because now, let's say I feel some type of way. I'm telling my partner, he's like, no, it's in your head. Now you won't be a bro. Like now you see, now you will be asking. Now you'll be asking people about things that's like you'll be asking Uber drivers. There was one time that somebody made me feel crazy. Like, I was talking to this person normally. I know I am loud, and this person was using it against me all the time. Like, they knew that when I am happy, I am loud. When I'm angry, I am loud. Like, in everything, I am loud. But now, whenever there's an argument and then I am being myself, they're like, why are you yelling at me? You're always yelling. And I'm like, no. I naturally have a... So now, whenever I'm talking on the phone, I ask my Uber driver that. When I was talking on the phone, did I shout? Yeah. Did I shout? And he's like, no, you were... Even the driver that had no business hearing what I had to... Like,
become your counselor.
No, I'm now asking, did I shout? Did I do something? You go mad.
I think for me, whatever you believe... you start to become, So when they start to make you believe that whatever happened is in your head, it starts to play up on you. And then eventually, when you feel like you're not able to really... I think it kind of stops you from also expressing yourself in a weird way as well.
Yeah.
And being in that position of not being able to express yourself fully can also indirectly also make you timid. You start to coil up. Because you are dealing with somebody that even if they hurt you, and you know, the more you build up all these hurt and resentment towards somebody,
bitter.
you become very bitter.
Yeah.
Very, very bitter. That's how people actually slowly become depressive. So depressed that sometimes they look left, right. They don't even want to even confide in anybody because they feel like
want to live.
you know. And so I think it goes beyond just the I'm sorry. It just becomes like a build up, and it slowly becomes like a time bomb. Eventually you explode, and however you explode, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but
Sometimes it's nasty, and then that is the time that you end up ruining your matter. You know your matter is good, but because you've over exploded, now you end up being the one who has to apologize because you have overdone it. Nobody should be with toxic partners.
Achawa, what about you?
I think that one thing it would do is bring out a character that is not who you are. So, for instance, your partner does something to you and you keep it and you don't say anything. It gets to a point you overreact and you're like, oh, but I just cheated. Why are you doing this? Or I just took your phone. Or I just ate your food. Why are you doing this? So yes, sometimes it brings out a particular character that is not a descriptive of who you are.
Last question before we call it a day. Would you ever stay with a partner who checks all your boxes but never apologizes?
No. Like I said, apology is a big deal to me. I need to hear those words. It matters to me. So if you're not apologizing, you didn't check my boxes. Because that is part of my boxes. Unless that person is the sort of partner that will not apologize, but like you said, will never repeat what they did again, then maybe I would have noticed the pattern that, oh, when my man does something and then I complain, he might not say sorry, but I would never see it again. That part, that I can deal with. But you not apologize. You try to do it again.
You don't even buy gifts.
You cry so you not buy gifts. My brother, you go to the wagon. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's good. I think for me, if my partner, there's a way that when your partner apologizes to you, it makes you feel like, okay, I'm the girl.
Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I think I overreacted. I'm sorry too.
You know?
Yeah.
But we don't get sorry.
So if you don't apologize, like I really like to be soft and feminine, because I have been hard and I feel like growing up with just brothers, I'm tough, but tasting femininity, being soft, I think that my man apologizing to me when he offends me sparks something. Yeah.
I don't know what men think is a woman's thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine luring a woman when you've offended her. I mean, is it not nice?
On that note, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Let's be realistic.
10. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Zoe, Zygote, Zamram, Zamira, Zendaya, Zerubbabel, Zezebel.
Okay, so it's now your turn to watch out.
Kayla, Chloe, Kelvin, Clint.
Female names.
Females.
Kelvina. Kelvina is K. I know someone called Kelvina.
Kill, look at me everywhere.
Hey, you go on, please. Pass it.
Okay, so Kelvina. Kayla.
Time's up.
Hey!
Your time's up.
No, Mommy, this is not fair.
Mommy kill.
Alright, why are you away?
You gave me the kill.
Quincy. Kiana.
Lady.
This is a man's name.
Quiana. Quincyana. Quee. Quipsy. Waya. Queen. Quidania.
Quiana.
Oh, I know Quiana.
Why wouldn't you know Quiana?
Quiana.
Who is Queen?
Quiana and the short is Quee. Oh, I have a friend. Her name is Quiana. The short is Oh.
And then the Queen.
Mommy.
So I guess it's safe to say that I won the game.
How?
Thank you very much.
With Queen.
Well, at least
I gave Zendana, Zoe, Zay, Zendaya.
I gave Kelvina.
Zamama a name.
Yeah.
You know someone called Zamama?
Yeah. Zamira. Hey.
Do you know what? It's time for us to call it a day. Thank you so much to Crick Over Wines for making the show possible. And of course to ABSA as well. In case you are home and you're wondering, they have the She Business account ready for you. Very complex. Just contact any ABSA or just walk in or simply call their number. You can also follow them on all their social media platforms. It's been a ride and it's been one thought-provoking conversation. I hope you kept the hashtag active in line and of course keeping the comments nice and sweet as well. Very necessary. Many thanks going out to my ladies, Ganyuri Achawa, and of course to Abena Shandon. And to you at home, thank you so much for making the show possible. To the whole crew and of course to our producer One Nakwale. Thank you very much for making the show possible. Until next time, do have a pleasant evening. Good night.